Well, the one thing, look, I talked to the conference. Our goal in taking the majority was to change Washington. And it's tough. People fight it, right? But now we've been able to move on both sides the bills out of the committee. I showed frustration in here because I am frustrated with the committee. I'm frustrated with some people in the conference. We had the DOD appropriation bill yesterday. I couldn't put it on the floor. I don't have one complaint by any member of what's wrong with this bill. We're going to give a pay raise to those E1s that are in there. They're only making 20-some thousand up to 30,000. We've got to make sure we're prepared to do it. So I told my conference, I know tomorrow is a Jewish holiday. We'll be out of session. But when we come back, we're not going to leave. We're going to get this done. Nobody wins in a government shutdown. Nobody wins in a government shutdown. I've been here. But what we want to do is we want to be able to win the policies that we've been fighting for and telling the American public.
What was your message to some members who have threatened to possibly raise a motion to try and oust you as Speaker?
Look, threats don't matter, and sometimes people do those things because of personal things, and that's all fine. I focus just like anything else. If you watched, most people get the Speaker on the first round. It took me 15. I'm a little Irish, okay? So I don't walk away from a battle. I knew changing Washington would not be easy. I knew people would fight or try to hold leverage for other things. I'm going to continue to focus on what's the right thing to do for the American people. And you know what? If it takes a fight, I'll have a fight.
I think you have this book on your table, on your chairs, maybe not. Well, I thought did my staff hand this out? You just have a little one. Well, I'm the only president who hands out the opposition's economic plan. Oh, you think I'm kidding? Protecting American economic security, fiscal year 2024, the budget, the study committee of Kevin Hearn, budget, and it goes on. This is the mega budget. You know, I want you to take a look at it. I think we have other copies of it. If we don't, we'll get you some. Everything they wanted. We gave them nothing they wanted. America has the strongest economy in the world of all major economics. And all they do is attack it. But, you know, you've noticed something. For all the time they spend attacking me and my plans, here's what they never do. They never talk about what they want to do. No, think about it. They tell you what they're against. What are they for? It's like they want to keep it a secret. I don't blame them. Their plan, Maganomics, is more extreme than anything America's ever seen before. Just months ago, they went further than anyone has ever gone, threatening to default on the debt that's over 220 years old. Default, unless we gave them everything they wanted. We gave them nothing they wanted. We gave them nothing when we got a deal. But up to now, Republicans have given us a failed plan, a trickle-down economics that didn't work. My guess is your story is just like mine. Not much trickle-down ended up helping y'all. Instead, there's what trickle-down economics did. It shipped jobs overseas. It was a basic thing. Well, they're back at it again, breaking their commitment, threatening more cuts and threatening to shut down government again this month. Now, what they do talk about is claiming all these cuts are going to reduce the deficit. Never, never, never. We just remember who the hell we are. And we had a lot more to do, though. And I'm going to get those gas prices down again, I promise you.
Thank you.
Let me close with this. And there's a lot more I know we could talk about. I wish I had a chance to take all your questions, but I'm going to get in real trouble if I do that. But all kidding aside, we've faced some pretty tough times in recent years. But America didn't give up. America never gives up.
There is no benefit to shutting down the government to the American people, and we've got to get to a point where there is agreement, whether it's on a short-term continuing resolution and/or movement on some of the appropriation bills, where there is generally consensus on defense and homeland security. And for all of us, I think, there is an earnest effort among members to try to move towards some agreement to keep government open and to get to the table and negotiate with the Senate. Thank you.
You want us to fund the government because it is incredibly wasteful to have one of these shutdowns in which on paper we're shut down, people stop working, but in fact no money is saved and everyone eventually gets paid. I've been here for many of those. We don't want to have that again. The Speaker's made it clear that he'll bring the vast majority of the votes. And so one of the questions I hope all you'll ask is, ask the Democrats, why would they not fund a continuing resolution of President Biden's historic spending level? So at a minimum, when the CR comes up, why wouldn't they vote for it? Why wouldn't every Democrat vote to support his president and the continued opening of the government? And if you have over 200 Democrats, I can assure you just committee chairmen and old people like me would more than make up the difference. So we wouldn't be talking about a government shutdown if the president was saying to his own conference that they should all vote to continue his historic spending.
Shutdowns are stupid. Shutdowns don't serve the interests of this country. We need to do everything we can in a responsible way to avoid a shutdown. Overwhelmingly, members are committed to that. Time is very short, and I think we need the big boys and big girls to step up and really work to get a lot of progress done. The next 3 days are almost indescribably important to whether or not we're going to be able to get our work done.
Would everything include a clean CR? Would you support a clean CR?
A clean CR is not going to get Republican support.
A lot of stuff's not getting Republican support right now, so it's looking like it's going to be a shutdown or the CR. So I mean, how are you going to? Yeah, you're going to have Democrats for a CR.
I think there are lots of alternatives between a shutdown and a clean CR. I think a lot of very thoughtful, hardworking members are pretty heavily engaged in talking about what a CR would look like.
I'm excited that Speaker McCarthy announced that we will be staying in Washington starting next week for as long as it takes to get the government funded. That's what I'm excited about, and I know we'll get the work.